On the table, we've got a Godzilla versus Kong rematch. Hey everyone, this is Dan, and you are watching Squirrel Stampede. And before the year ends, I had to catch up with Mega Heat Ray Godzilla and Mega Punching Kong. How did I forget these two? We've got to finally see these grand titans on the table. Also, we are going to squeak in the Dino Fury Megazord for a little bit of extra fight. We can't forget the Megazord in a Titan fight, right? It fits right in this battle. So lots to see, lots of adventure here. Let's begin and see these fantastic Godzilla vs. Kong figures.
Squirrel Stampede!
Please Squeak! Squirrel
And a Squirrel Eye.
We can begin with Godzilla vs. Kong Mega Punching Kong with lights and sounds. Poor Kong has been guarding the front of my office studio for like months now. And when I say guarding, I mean getting a bunch of empty boxes constantly dumped on his head. I practically forgot he was down in that corner. Oh, he was pretty upset with me and left me some nasty smells too in that corner. Going to take a while to clean up after this Kong. And don't mind the squirrels today with their protective energy devices. These are keeping these monster-verse figures on the table safely, so we have no incident. Well, this Playmates Toys Mega Punching Kong surely takes up a lot of table space. What do we have for his height? He's towering around 13 inches, incredible. We have a Try-Me twist body for action feature on the box. Always good to test when finding on shelf. These have been a challenge to find all year in the Godzilla vs. Kong section. I've seen Kong a few more times than Zilla, but wow, when you see these, you gotta pick them up. Legends collide as Godzilla and Kong, the two most powerful forces of nature, clash in a spectacular battle for the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our world as the spectacular secret realm of the Titans known as the Hollow Earth is revealed. Yeah, pretty much old spoilers at this point. Alright Kong, are you finally ready to get out of that box and answer to a series of geopolitical questions on today's inflation climate talks? Oh, maybe we can skip those questions. Let's open up. And open, albeit a slight paper cut. Thank you, Kong. And Kong, out of the box, I gotta measure this again. What are you measuring at? Indeed, 13 inches of height. This Kong toy is so impressively huge. Look at him take up the whole table. Probably the best figure on this cloud backdrop to date. I like how they've done a good job hiding the screw holes too. They've placed little covers over a lot of the places you would typically see holes with screws, so that's a pretty nice feature. They almost look like buttons. What happens when I press this button? Ugh. So back around here, what do we have for articulation? I guess it's built into the action feature. Twisting body for sounds. It's kind of got a spring rocker torso thing where there's a little bit of flex reflex back and forth. There looks to be plenty of spots of movement on his shoulders and his elbows and his wrists, punching about. And when you rotate his torso, you get some great punching action. Oh my, that is so fun. He's got so much mass. Look again as you just rotate the bottom. And he goes into total punching mode. Great reach with these arms. Why did I take so long to open this guy? Absolutely incredible Kong toy. Maybe the only thing missing would be some lower articulation down here, but probably not because that might just throw him off. We wouldn't want hinges to become weakened. And fantastic detailed face on this toy. Look at the paintwork on the teeth and the tongue. Not too much paintwork, but the sculpt is so good that it just creates a feeling of a lifelike Kong. Very good, sir. Shall we bring out your friend Godzilla? Oh no, he's raging, everybody back. And there, Godzilla appears. Now Godzilla, a little bit even harder to find than Kong for me. I've only ever seen this toy on shelf once. Crazy. And like Kong, Godzilla has been sitting around the studio office and could use a little bit of dusting. So this MonsterVerse Mega Heat Ray Godzilla with lights and sounds to complement Kong, also at a tremendous height of, I would say, just a little bit taller than Kong, maybe 13.5, we'll see as we remove from package. Also comes with a mini soldier figure, which I forgot, we need to go back to Kong and see which mini figure he had. On the back of the box, same bio, but an image of the power-up Godzilla. Very interesting. I love the back on this one, the translucent spikes. We've got a try me button to see if they light up. And they do light up and charge down sequence through his tail. That's pretty spectacular. Let's open up Godzilla. And Godzilla out of box, some assembly required. I almost want to leave this try me button on him. That's hilarious looking. Look, try me Godzilla. Ooh, a little bit off balance without that tail. Try me button removed, how sad. Gotta add on this tail. I think it's just a ball joint. Oh my acorns, how is that gonna get on there? This'll take a few minutes. Whew. It was kind of a soft, hardish, rubbery connection there. You really had to use some muscle. But Godzilla is now fully assembled. Oh my, this might be the greatest Godzilla figure that I have in the Squirrel Library collection. It's probably my favorite size and detail, again with the screw hole covers. So nice. What a nice feature. It was always so odd having one side of Zilla just all mechanically looking, kind of like Mechagodzilla in a way, with those screw holes. Then we have the basic articulation you typically see with a Godzilla figure with the giant hips. We can lunge him forward a little bit. Pretty good, actually. Some toys have less on that. Then we've got shoulder rotation, and there's even a little bit of reach out. That's really rare. So there's a pretty good amount of movement for a Godzilla toy, and even wrists. So that's pretty incredible. Often Godzilla toys are very lumbering, very clunky in their articulation. Oh, and we might even have some ankles in there too. And that tail was on a ball joint, so there is movement in there too. Plenty of spots. That is a lot more than typically normal. So the figure is well worth the hunt, well worth looking for this giant Hulk. What do we got for sound effects out of the box? Let's see that in a darker environment real quick. So there's some intense battle action with this too. We have 2 heat ray projectiles. Thank you Playmates Toys for at least giving us 2. And that's going to obviously go into Godzilla's gullet. And I believe to fire the button again maybe? Oh yeah, that does it. That will fire about 2 to 3 feet, maybe more if you're up high. Try this again from an ominous spot. Well, absolutely awesome large-scale Godzilla figure. Real quick comparison. There, I believe, was one of the medium-sized options from Playmates. This may have been the warm-up to Godzilla vs. Kong, I can't remember now. And you can see those awful screw holes all the way down his side. Also, the color's a little bit bluish, not as dark as this fantastic Godzilla. And then if you were to go back farther in time, I have the Jakks Pacific Godzilla before Playmates Toys took over, also with a line of holes for screwage on that side. This one was a pretty good muddy looking Godzilla though too, but you can see how Mega Heat Ray Godzilla has an extra inch over these two. Oh, and for fun, a quick shot of Godzilla 2004! This one found over at Target. I don't really want to take out a box yet because it looks so cool in the box. But there's an old schooler, well, a mid-schooler, let's say. Not an old schooler, but a mid-schooler. Godzilla 2004, everybody, 2004.
Oh no! It just stepped on a tabletop protection grid device!
Oh, and we can't forget, and this may be the dumbest thing included, is this little running micro soldier. One soldier, really? I mean, if it included like 10 of these guys, it'd have been really cool. But we only have one guy running away. Oh wait, he has a friend. Here's the minifigure that comes with Kong. He's not as scared. The scale, they're a little bit large, but we certainly need more for Godzilla and Kong to kind of fight over. And to scale with Mega Punching Kong, here he comes! Whoa! Look at these two together, absolutely impressive, and scale loaded up the size of the table here, barely fitting on screen. These two complement each other really, really well.
Tiny Chipmunk, where are the repairs on the defense screen? Uh-oh.
Don't worry, guys. I've got your back. It's time for Dino Fury Megazord power.
Yay, Dino Fury Megazord power! The T-Rex Champion Zord!
Alright, awesome. I had to get this on the channel somehow. The Power Rangers T-Rex Champion Zord with Zord Link from Hasbro. This is the #1 box in the Zord Link system. We can morph from T-Rex Champion Zord to T-Rex. Really curious to see how these are going to function and how strong they are. Nice box design too, and very environmentally friendly. No plastic from what I can see other than the toy. And opening up. And again with this packaging, never seeing anything like it before. T-Rex Champion Zord has some weight to it. It's got a pretty strong torso section. A little bit different than from the last few years of the Bandai Megazords. Finally getting to see what Hasbro will do with their Megazords. I guess we've got to install these feet. Oh, they're so tight. Maybe if I install them the correct direction. Okay, they're tight now. I think those are a one-time fit. And now for some leg extensions. That's one way to grow a foot. And now we just start piecing together all this weaponry on top. These look like the things that Sonic fell on top of, and they are power linked together. There is like a multitude of directional ways to place these on top. What is this? More linking. Ah! 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 Uh-oh, this may be the first time I've broken something on screen in a long time. Look at there, that is not supposed to do that. Wow, I just totally ripped out the arm post. Going to need some super glue. Well, that is unfortunate, but still salvageable. Let's continue on. Let's add on the T-Rex head. This is really interesting, very much like Lego. We've got 4 studs on the chest and 4 ports to snap on our headpiece, our loincloth, and our back tail. Everything is snugly fitting in. I appreciate that. I just don't appreciate this. So there is our T-Rex Champion Zord, mostly combined and constructed. Pretty good. The scale of proportions are looking good. What is the height of this? We're at about 10.5. The Ranger key up here heightens it just a little bit. Well, let's find a few more before we really get into this. The #2 pack. I think this is my favorite Zord pack. This is the Enkylo Hammer Zord and Tiger Claw Zord. I love the Tiger Claw Zord. It's green, kind of like Cringer from He-Man. And it looks kind of funny standing up. So 2 Zords in this pack. Pretty interesting how Hasbro has packaged the Megazord in 3 systems. And opening up. Oh, I did have a scissors, but I lost it. Aw, Tiger Claw Zord is so cute! And there are so many attachments for this series, I'm not sure what to place on yet. I think this one works as his tail. It opens up. Look at the instructions to these. It's quite mad. Almost like Transformers now. There is a multitude of a million ways to do with these things. There's our main Megazord sword, I believe. Let's place on the side here, I believe. And also add one of these cool claw-like things. Possibilities are really endless with this. And then our Enkylo hammer. A little bit smaller, but still very impressive. And I believe you can even tear this guy in half. And there are more spiky Sonic the Hedgehog pieces. It looks like a repeat, just repainted. And you can place pretty much anywhere you want. The colors, too, are amazingly vibrant. How do we get this guy to stand real quick? I want to see Tiger Claw standing. Alright, I have no idea if I got this right. There are so many components with this. Pretty cool though, it combines a little bit with the Enkylo hammer to form Tiger Claw Enkylo hammer. I think I need to watch more Dino Fury. We're only on like episode 7 or 8, and it's been a few months since we caught up. And our third pack would be Dino Fury 3, Blade Zord, and Spike Zord. Two very nice looking Zords as well. These two almost feel like old school stuff. There feels to be such immense scale moving out from them. And opening up. Well, look at these spiky two. There's the Spike Zord, very spiky. And then the Blade Zord. Nice to see the Triceratops back in blue, right, Billy? And these two also just come apart in pieces. There are so many pieces involved with this series. Where to even start half the time. This guy's going to somehow morph into this great acorns of walnut construction. What a fascinating combiner, piece together toy. All these pieces and components break down and build what we just saw. I don't think I'll ever be able to rebuild this again without 100 hours of instruction study. Pretty impressive with how this is morphing together. I don't think I'll get to the T-Rex Champion Zord part due to time, but here are the main 3 Megazord combiner modes. We can try one of them. This middle block here combining sets 1 and 2. This one down here combining sets 1 and 3. We gotta go with 1, 2, and 3 though, right? How are we going to do that? Especially with so-and-so's arm breakdown. Well, let's try to figure this out somehow. Imagine just start stacking things on. And eventually, we'll get something. And I believe this is the construction of the Dino Fury Megazord Warrior Formation. Look at there. Obviously a little bit of wear and tear on that floating arm he's got. But pretty interesting. All these components that you can place anywhere. You really can do whatever you want with these because there is a million different ways to do this. But maybe try not to rip off his arm. Also, a really cool feature, there is a power key for each Ranger. Right now the Red Ranger is inside as I take him down a foot. So you can take every key. There's the pink. Blue, we gotta use blue. Blue's always my favorite. There's green. And the Black Ranger. So every Ranger is in here. And you can theme off your Megazord off of your favorite Ranger. So that's pretty impressive. I'm a little worried about this arm holding up such a massive weapon after that last one broke so easily. So yeah, absolutely impressed on the amount of pieces here. What you can do with these Zords, pretty exciting. And of course, don't forget you can build that Dino Fury Megazord Claw Formation or the Spike Formation too, or your own creative formation. Well, Squirrels, with your defense screens down, at least you have the Power Rangers Dino Fury Megazord to protect you. Uh-oh.
Continues! Hey, get that defense screen back online! I'm trying to! Hey, they're tearing the Megazord apart! coming about?
Could it get any worse?
Oh, thank goodness! It's Zilla Squirrel!
Where have you been?
Just look at this mess, Zilla! If you were just here at the start, none of this would have happened. Uh-oh, what is that? Ah, they're coming back for a rematch!
And there we go, what a battle. I knew Squirrelzilla would have to show up at some point. 3 fantastic toys. Well, the Megazord is actually, what, 3 and then 2 more, so 5 fantastic toys today to look for. If you like today's video, please give us a squeak, a squirrel live, and a squammet. What is your favorite Godzilla or Kong? Thanks for watching. That's what I have to say about that.